Hi everyone. Today I am here with Kate and we are going to talk about the upcoming events happening in Spokane. Hi Kate.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, so let's get right into what's happening in Spokane this month.
Sure, we have things. We have all sorts of things. We have Masterworks 6, the genesis of the Spokane Symphony. That is the first weekend of March, the 5th and the 6th at Martin Wilson Theater at the Fox. And it's a celebration of the 75th anniversary of the symphony being in existence in Spokane. So they've had a very long run, and they'll be playing music that is special to them and has been over the years. So they'll have a guest pianist. Archie Chen will be joining, so it should be a great time.
Wow. Yes, that sounds awesome. So how do I find tickets for that?
You can go to visitspokane.com and click on the events tab. We can link you to anything that you're looking for. So that's probably the easiest way to do it. Or you can go directly to the Spokane Symphony site.
Awesome. Okay, so next we have the Disney Princess the concert, which is also this weekend. So we have a pretty packed weekend.
We do, which is nice to see. It's been pretty dry through the COVID years. This is March 5th, Saturday, and this is for anyone that loves the Disney princess movies. This will be Broadway Stars on stage at First Interstate Center for the Arts, and they will be singing all of the iconic Disney princess songs that we all know and love. So if you have littles who love Disney princesses, or if you're a grown up who is really into Disney, this is the event for you.
I know. I might have to go to that one. Love Disney.
I know.
As a 21-year-old, you got to do it.
Get dressed up and go. Wear your tiara. It'll be
seriously.
fun.
You can't go to Disneyland here, so you might as well go to this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it should be fun, and they'll be telling stories about what it's like to play these different characters and on stage, and I think it'll be a fun event.
Yeah. So the next one is the Model Train Show. It's a great way to get connected with Spokane's history. So
Yes.
tell me about that.
We have a very rich railway history, and it's still booming to this day. They also hold a certain amount of fascination for young and old. My 8-year-old loves all the trains and the model trains, so he is looking forward to going to this show. It's at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. They'll have 300 tables of railroad-related items, all sorts of displays. You can buy and sell things. Should be a fun event and a great event to take the kids to.
Yeah. So what are some things we can look forward to at the Model Rail Show? Like, what could we buy there? What can we see?
There's linens, there's old lanterns, there's memorabilia. You can see it all. So whatever you're into.
Definitely add to the collection.
And I love all the old model trains and the dioramas and the work and intricate details that they put into all of those models.
No, for sure. And you can hear the train running by even here in the studio. So it'll be really cool to go to that.
Yeah.
So the next one, Jefferson Starship. I've never heard of them personally because I'm so young, but they do have quite the background history.
They do. They've been around since the 70s, which is when I was born. So I remember Jefferson Starship vaguely from the 80s. They've been around for a long time. And I'm sure if you heard some of their music, you would recognize the songs. You just wouldn't put it together with Jefferson Starship. They will be doing a concert March 10th at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort at the concert hall there. Tickets are $40. And they've had a ton of top 40 singles. And over the years, they have changed band members, but it's still the same sound. So guaranteed to be a great time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting that it's out in Coeur d'Alene. So how did we hear about it?
It's actually in Worley, Idaho. The Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort is down in Worley. The Coeur d'Alene tribe runs that. It's a wonderful venue. It's not a long drive. It's an hour drive, so you can go and stay at the resort if you don't want to drive home the same night, and stay and gamble and make a night of it.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun weekend to me.
But they're wonderful partners, and so they always post their events on our site. So we're all encompassing with the Spokane region. So you can find things in Coeur d'Alene, you can find things in Worley, you can find things all over the place. So.
Yeah. So if I'm a business, how do I submit events that I might be hosting to you all?
Sure, you can reach out to me, Kay Hudson at visitspokane.com, and I can make sure it gets forwarded to our crew at the Visitor Information Center. They are in charge of putting events on our calendar if they qualify. Pretty easy.
Awesome. That sounds great. So the Inland Northwest Motorcycle Show.
Yes.
So this was postponed for a few years, right?
It was. COVID put a damper on some things, including the Inland Northwest Motorcycle Show. And it's a fun event. It's March 11th through the 13th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. And they have the Seattle Cossacks stunt show, which is super fun. And they have a bike-off competition. $12 gets you in. Fun event for families. And then you can also buy and sell merchandise. If you're a motorcycle enthusiast, this is a fun place to go if you're in the market for a new bike or maybe just some accessories for your bike.
Yeah, and it looks like it's $12 for admission, so that's definitely a steal. And yeah, the bike-off competition sounds very interesting.
Yeah, the stunt show is always fun.
So the next one is the one I'm most personally excited about. Andrew from The Batchelor is visiting Spokane. Okay, that is something to fangirl about. So yeah, he's visiting the Spokane Comedy Club. That's pretty exciting.
He is doing a stand-up show March 11th through the 13th. And the Spokane Comedy Club always has amazing talent coming through. They're a top-notch comedy club. And so, yes, Andrew Batchelor, King Batch, will be here. Tickets are still available. I checked yesterday. And he, of course, made a big play on the internet. He has 60 million followers and fans, and which is a lot of people. So now he's into acting, and he also does stand-up comedy. So get tickets. I highly recommend buying ahead of time online, and then it's a 2-item minimum purchase as well. So once you're there, you have to buy 2 things while you're there.
Yes, and
It could be a drink, it could be a snack.
yes, that sounds great to me. I know, I'm pretty sure all the GU students might buy that out now because everybody loves him.
He's gonna be here.
So another thing that has been kind of delayed is the St. Patrick's Parade.
Yes, it's
can't
back,
believe that.
and it's been
Yeah.
around for 42 years, and that's a long time. And of course, COVID derailed all of that, but it's back. And March 12th is the day, downtown Spokane. If you're from Spokane, you know the drill. It winds its way downtown, starts at noon. So go get a seat and hang out. And of course, we've got our Irish bars here, O'Doherty's and Sean O'Donnell's, and we've got all sorts of places you can go and camp out and enjoy St. Patrick's Day.
I love that.
I do too. I'm excited it's back. It's nice to see.
Do they turn the river green here?
No,
I don't know.
They
Okay.
do not.
I was like, I actually don't know. I'm not really, this is my first spring here, so I don't know.
Nope, sure don't.
But that's super fun.
Yeah.
All right. So the Bighorn Outdoor Adventure Show is March 17th through the 20th.
Yes.
And I don't know very much about this one.
This has been a long-running event at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. 300 exhibitors, all set up in over 100,000 square feet of space. So if you are into anything outdoorsy, hunting, hiking, fishing, whatever, camping, this is a great event. And all the profits go back to the Inland Northwest Wildlife Council, it's a volunteer organization, nonprofit. So your money goes back into something that supports our local efforts to fund habitat and conservation projects here in Spokane County. So anything you're looking for, outdoorsy, is at this event. And they've been doing it for decades here as well. So it's a great event.
Wow. So if I needed to go buy hiking shoes, all my profit would go back to them?
Well, that might not. I think it's the price of admission that probably
Okay.
goes
No,
back to the
that's
Inland
awesome.
Northwest Council.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's a great event.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So we have another music event on
Yeah.
March 19th at the Bing Crosby Theater.
Yes.
The Spokane Orchestra.
The Spokane Jazz Orchestra is one of my favorites. If you've never gone, they're fantastic. And they're doing the Sounds of Gershwin, March 19th, as you said, and directed by Dr. Don Goodwin. And they're going to be, the big band, jazz flair. You'll get your toes tapping. They're really, it's a wonderful a wonderful group, and I'm glad to see that they're back. They were on a COVID hiatus as well for the last 2 years. I think this is only their second concert in the last 6 months. So they're finally back, and of course the Bing Crosby Theater is a great place to listen to music with that shell, that beautiful old shell over the top. The acoustics are fantastic.
Oh, wow. That's super cool. Yeah, I've actually never been there, so I might have to go check
it's
it
wonderful.
out. Yeah.
It's the first stage Bing Crosby ever performed on live.
Oh, wow. Some history, too.
Yeah, it's an old silent movie theater. It's beautiful, and it's pretty original on the inside. So it's gorgeous.
Love that. And then we have another Spokane Comedy Club feature, Michael Rapaport.
It's Rapaport. Michael Rapaport. He's been around forever. I threw this in because the Spokane Comedy Club, of course, has so many cool acts coming through. And March 24th through the 26th, he's been doing films since the 1990s. Beautiful Girls is one of my favorites. I think it's totally underrated as a film, and he's in that one. And he has lots of opinions. He's always on Twitter. I'm a big Twitter person, so I see his comments on things a lot. But he's doing his stand-up show at the Spokane Comedy Club.
Oh my gosh.
So if you are a big fan of Michael Rapaport, now's your chance to see him live.
Yes, and we do need some laughs nowadays, so
yes, we do.
Great to go there.
Yeah.
Julia Sweeney.
Yes.
Is the last March 26th.
Yes.
Tell me about her.
So speaking of laughs, she is Spokane born and raised. But she's probably best known for her roles on Saturday Night Live in the 90s. When I was in high school, she was a cast member, so I spent a lot of time watching Saturday Night Live in high school, and she created the iconic character Pat. She's funny. But she's bringing her show Older and Wider because she is probably older and maybe a little bit wider. She said it, not me. But poking fun at middle age and heading into your 60s. So she will be here. This show was supposed to happen back in 2020. And then COVID hit, so it's finally happening. Martin Woldson Theater at the Fox, March 26th. The best thing about this is they'll be filming this special for a comedy network special. So it'll eventually be on TV. And tickets are $25, which I think is quite affordable.
A steal.
I think so too.
That's a
And,
steal.
you know, I love that she comes home and stays with her mom when she comes home to visit, and she went to Cataldo and G-Prep, and she's a Spokane born and raised, and she's made a name for herself, so it's wonderful.
I did not realize how much pop culture like Spokane had inside of it, and like all the history. So yeah, that is very interesting.
There's always a Spokane connection.
Yes, I have learned that very quick by going to GU. I was like, oh my gosh, there's always something.
Yep.
I think the name Older and Wider is so funny. When I saw it on the events list, I thought it was a typo, and I was like, it's Older and Wiser for sure.
Nope.
No, I love it. That's so funny.
Yeah, she's funny, and I always enjoyed watching her when I was in high school, and she was on SNL. So.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And she's a voice on many animated films. You probably don't even realize it. But,
do you know any
off the top of my head? No, and I'm blanking.
That's okay.
I just watched one the other day with my kids, and I thought, oh, that's Julia Sweeney's voice.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah.
That was like a little trivia, a little pop quiz.
And I
fun.
failed.
It's okay.
I have failed miserably. Sorry, Julia.
She'll forgive you. So is Spokane, like, how is Spokane doing events-wise? Because I know a few of these are coming back from COVID, so.
Yeah. Judging from the list, many of these events were either canceled for the last 2 years or, and are finally coming back, or, were scheduled for 2020 and are now back. Nice. So it feels like we're coming back to life. Best of Broadway just announced their 2023 lineup. So it feels good.
Yeah,
to see things coming back to life. I see that Aladdin is on the docket for Best of Broadway next year, and so is Dear Evan Hansen. So things are coming back to life slowly but surely, and it feels good. So, and our conventions are starting to come back as well. So on that side of things, meetings and conventions are starting to book up again, and it feels good.
Yeah, it feels
we'll
more
get there.
Back to normal a little bit.
And with the mask mandate lifting,
I know.
it's going to feel even more
more
Normal?
normal.
Normal-ish?
Quotations.
I don't think we'll ever be back to normal, but
Yes.
whatever normal is.
So, off the top of your head, can you think of anything I could put on my calendar for the summer?
Oh gosh, well, Hoop Fest is back.
Oh, wow.
We have that one coming back. I'm trying to think, concert-wise, gosh, I see that Macklemore is going to be playing soon down at WSU.
Oh.
At the Beasley Coliseum. I thought that sounded like a fun one.
Yeah, no, that's
Not
definitely
necessarily
a fun
Spokane,
one.
but it's in
the realm.
It's in the realm. So put that one on your list as well.
Yeah, no, I will definitely be looking for
Yeah.
that. Because,
Yeah.
we're getting a lot of cool events happening here.
I know. Yeah.
Look at us, Spokane. All right, well, you heard it here first. All the March events happening with Kate. So, yeah, thank you. Oh. I have to redo that.